I hate when you do that so much. I hate that so much. What's going on, guys? My name is KJ. I'm here with the boy Pat back at it again for episode 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Digital Dive in the Proper Gaming Talk Show. This is part 2. This is the redo. Uh yeah, we started making a video and Zoom was like, nah, nah. Uh I hate technology and I hate cybernetics. You see what I did there? Because we're talking about Cyberpunk 2077. Is that what this game is called?
2077.
Yeah. There was a press conference last week after we did the War Table episode because I don't care about Cyberpunk, but this noodle is really excited for it. So we're gonna have a quick discussion about this game and we're gonna share our thoughts about it. But he's gonna go over some of the news or I guess new features they talked about last week. So Pat, whenever you're ready, go for it.
Yeah, so basically we wanted to give you guys a rundown of basically everything we know about the game so far, or at least everything new that we got last week and over the few months since it got pushed back. Basically, they had the Night City Wire last Thursday, and they're making an episodic thing, so we're getting the second episode in a couple of weeks. They didn't show a whole lot in this stream, which is kind of the reason why we were thinking about not doing a full episode last week. But then nothing much happened this week in terms of gaming. So, but
it's been a slow week.
It's been a slow week. It's weird. But anyways, between the stream and now, they've been releasing more stuff. Some gamers got their hands on a 4-hour demo, which is a good chunk of the game. So they've been telling everyone about their experiences with the game. They got to tell us a little bit of inside stuff and showed some new features and some developer, insight stuff.
You sounded like a robot just there for like 5 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, guys.
I regret doing this show. I knew I should have gone, use last week's bonus episode. I hate Cyberpunk. I hate you. I'm so tired.
Anyways, during the live stream, we got to see a new feature, which is called Brain Dance, which is essentially kind of like detective mode in the Batman Arkham Origin game. Or if anyone out there played The Observer, it's kind of like when you jack into someone's brain and see how they died. Essentially, you can launch yourself into a pre-recorded, I guess, hi, cat. You jump into someone else's mind, essentially, and you get to relive their cat. Do not do this, please. And you get to relive, or not relive, but see basically their last moments, essentially. I don't know if it's more than just their last moments or if it's just that. They didn't really show it. The one they just showed us was right up till this guy died. So basically, you can go through it from the perspective of the person you got the data from, or you can pull yourself out into third person and see the entire scenario. I'm not really sure how the hell that works, but it's Cyberpunk. The technology isn't supposed to be realistic at this point. So it's really interesting, though. I mean, they just showcase a mechanic that has been in gaming forever. Not forever. It's been there for a while, but they just showed how it's going to work in this game.
So from what you just said, and I'm sure there's a lot more specs and things you want to get into, but yeah. I don't think they're interesting. So let's get to the nitty gritty. Is this game even going to be good?
I think it is. Okay, so
it doesn't look good.
Are you kidding me?
So can I use those sentences you literally just said? It's doing things that you've seen in past games, but not as well, and that kind of looks like the entire game.
I didn't say it's not doing it as well. I'm just saying it's putting its own spin on it. It's taking something that's already been there, but this is just one mechanic that they just decided to show us. There's going to be like, I don't know how many more episodes of Night City Wire before the game actually. So we're going to be getting more stuff, and there's a lot in the game that hasn't been seen before, really. Like this is going to be the deepest character customization ever in a video game.
But they also said that was mostly just aesthetic. So why does it matter?
always aesthetic in any other game too.
Yeah, but no, hear me out. Like, you can make your dick super big, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Why?
lie.
Who cares?
They did it in Saints Row. Who cares?
No, that's different. You got to see your bulge in Saints Row. It's funny. Saints Row is
Yeah.
stupid. They're trying to immerse you in the cyberpunk and technological world of 2077.
This is almost going to be like a basic cyberpunk simulator almost.
Yeah. So, like, what does my dick size have to do? Like, whatever. It's cool. Like, that's a nice little added bonus. Whatever. I can create a female character or
There's
a
also like 12
non-binary
different
character.
there's also like 12 different types of like public hair. So hair that you see in
Do you mean
game on your
do you
person.
mean pubic hair?
No. Like, well, I mean hair that you're going to be able to see. So like your hair, armpit hair, chest hair, back
Right,
hair, I
right.
guess leg hair, I don't know. Whatever. Stuff that you would be able to see depending on what kind of clothes you wear.
Well, I guess
That
like
I don't know. It's just this is going to be. I think all the hype around this game is not only the setting is just. I mean,
but
classic
let
video game bliss.
right. So let me ask you, what makes you think the game's going to be good?
The developer mostly because
All
they've
right,
never had game.
but that's the other thing. Is it possible to live up to a game after you release what a lot of people argue is the best game of the 2010s after Witcher 3?
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's what we're interested in. We're hoping because this game has been in development ever since The Witcher 3 came. Well, a little bit after The Witcher 3 came out.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
that
been in development. Jesus, like almost 7 years now.
yeah,
Longer.
but that doesn't mean the game's going to be good.
No, but
Duke Nukem Forever took like 15 to like 18 years
that's
to
true.
develop. It wasn't good.
But that developer also didn't have the best track record either.
I mean,
So
no, but still, it time to
exactly, like you have to look at what they've done in the past and see like if they could take what they did in The Witcher 3 and upgrade it by 10
yeah,
into the
but
technology they have
so
now.
yeah, but all you're saying is a lot of well, look at Witcher 3 and look at CD Projekt Red as a whole, but you're not telling me anything about Cyberpunk itself that really looks good. It's a
Well, the
floating.
fact. Go
God,
ahead.
no,
You were in the middle of a thought.
I know, but you cut me off, so I'm just gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the fact that it's in a setting that has been regarded as one of the most classic video game settings of all time,
Right,
or sci-fi settings of all time,
right,
is like exciting. The fact that it's going to be one of the most immersive video games ever. The fact that there's still a ton of mechanics that we don't even know about yet,
right,
and probably we won't know until the game actually comes out. Like this is
right,
going to be insanely deep experience.
right.
And
So
I think that in itself is why people are hype about it. Because it's not gonna be like a RPG like GTA is, but it's not gonna be like a full like, or it's not gonna be like an adventure game like GTA is, but it's not gonna be like a full RPG like The Witcher 3 was. It's gonna be like a merge of
yeah,
them, but like an RPG shooter set in an insane world.
so I'll agree. Like the world looks super immersive, but that after that, it looks pretty bare bones. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a floating numbers shooter with RPG elements. I can play Destiny. I have Anthem downstairs right now. The only difference is the setting, and
Setting and you get a better story too.
yeah, okay. The story most likely will be killer, and I can't fight that.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, if I wanted to watch a good story, I'll watch the cutscenes of a video game online and spend 4 hours of my time that way instead of 20 some odd. Playing something that I think might be repetitive or something that's not even going to be
I mean,
fun. That's the thing. It
I
doesn't look fun.
oh well, okay. Well, let me put it this way: do you think that GTA is fun?
That's a different game.
Not really. It's still going to be the same. It's essentially doing the same shit over and over and over again. In Cyberpunk, you have complete freedom like you do in GTA.
True. That's a decent argument, but do you think GTA 5 is the best game of the 2010s?
Oh God, no.
Oh,
That's just because.
well then
That's just because.
there's your whole argument. You can't hype a game up like that when you have a comparison. Saints Row failed in its original launch because it wanted to be the GTA killer. It decided to turn itself into a fun, comic, gimmicky, open world sandbox game, and that's where they thrived. This just looks like dark, gritty cyber GTA, but it doesn't look as fun. It looks lame. It,
I
it
think it's going to be a super niche game once it actually comes out.
so how are you going to prep yourself for being game of the year if you're a niche game?
I mean,
How can you
every,
hype up a niche game? Because if that was the case, I think every NBA 2K title that comes out should probably be game of the year. They're super fun. The graphics are great. They run well. Their online netcode's dope. I think those games should be then considered
except
game
every
of the
single
year.
game is the same when they release.
Excuse me?
Except every single game, every new game is essentially the same thing.
Yeah, but this is Grand Theft Auto when it comes down to brass tacks that we just said, right? Or that was what you use as a comparison.
I use it
Every
as a comparison just to talk about like the world scale and everything.
right,
Like it's
but
not going to be full fledged like GTA, third person doing like I guess sandboxy like GTA.
right.
It's going to
Let
be
me
more RPG focused like The Witcher is. It's
right.
going to be like a merge of both.
I'm gonna read you my notes and you tell me if I lied anywhere.
Fair
Hand to
enough.
hand combat looks awful.
I mean, apparently they're doing more upgrades on the hand-to-hand
But
combat.
from what we just saw, for a game that was supposed to launch in September that they just pushed back, which really doesn't give you a lot of time to change mechanics, hand to hand looks awful. Am I lying?
Nah, I mean it does look kind of rough.
The
From
the world looks dope. That was something I admitted to. The world looks dope. Character interactions look fun. It looks like a super fun RPG.
yeah,
Floating numbers, they suck. Am I lying?
you can always turn those off though.
But
In
then you don't
every
know
single
your
game, you
damage.
can turn them off. It doesn't matter.
And then my last thing was, oh, excuse me, driving looks awful. Am I lying?
Yeah, I heard the driving was pretty rough. I heard the driving was probably the weakest part of the game.
So what I just named was the 3 core probable mechanics of that fucking game, and you just agreed that they all look bad. So tell me how that game's supposed to be good.
Okay, one, I didn't say they all look bad. I said they look
I
rough.
asked I asked if I was
I,
lying, and every one of
no,
mine was either awful or bad, and you
no,
agreed.
but there's more. There's so much more than just that. Like that's not even the core mechanics of the game. The
Right.
driving isn't super important in the game because it's not GTA. It's just a feature in the game that you can do.
I mean, are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to get to point A to point B. There might be a fast travel system, but the majority of it's supposed to be driving. There's also going to be driving missions, as you saw.
Well, yeah, but there's probably going to be more cutscene, I believe. From
I,
what we've seen, they look hella cutscene.
I don't know. I think you're making excuses, and that's okay.
I might be, but
I
I'm
just
not
think
gonna
you're.
lie.
I think you're just making excuses, but that's okay. So
I think the core things that this game is trying to do is give you a deep RPG game set in a great area that also allows you the freedom to play the way you want. And everything we've seen in those respects looks awesome.
right.
And I
So
think that's the core part of the game.
to end today's episode, let me ask you a tough question. I'm not being sarcastic. I think it's a tough question. Do you think Cyberpunk 2077, when it drops in November, you said?
Yeah, no, it got pushed back from September to November 19th, 17th, something like that.
All right. Do you think that will be the game of the year?
No, but not because it's not going to be a good game.
Is it
Because it's
because
releasing in November. It's because it's releasing in November.
oh, I thought you were going to say it's because this year The Last of Us Part 2 came out.
No, I don't see that game winning the game of the year either.
What's your game of the year?
I'm honestly going to say Ghost of Tsushima.
Are you just forgetting Final Fantasy VII Remake came out?
That came out, yeah, but again,
Yeah, I don't think you understand how much people are dick riding that game.
No, I believe me, I know, but I don't know.
So why do you?
I think
Go ahead.
I think it's just going to be Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think it's going to be Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk kind of shot themselves in the foot in this case because they're releasing it in November, and I think they're going to miss the cutoff date for Game of the Year.
I don't think. No, I'm not talking about like an actual like Game Awards kind of thing. I'm just talking about like I'm talking about December 31st when this hellscape called 2020 is over. What will be the best game that was released in 2020? And I think it's most likely going to be The Last of Us Part 2. But
I can tell you the top 5 games.
I mean,
in that respect, in terms of like community, yeah, I do think it's going to be the
all right.
year. community, not Game Awards, but I think it's going to be the community game choice.
Well, I'm gonna jot that down. Goaty Ghost. And in December,
I think
when we're
Gabe,
in episode 30 something, we'll
yeah, right.
we'll revamp that. But guys, what do you guys think about Cyberpunk? Do you think it's going to be good like this numbskull? Do you think it's going to be bad like this numbskull? Or do you think it'll be fine like most people do? Because, I'm just an overreactive asshole, but Patrick's ever the optimistic. Please let us know your thoughts below in the comments. Please subscribe. Follow us on all of the social media platforms that are
Hit that
listed
bell so you
below.
get notified whenever our videos go up.
Yeah, do that. I don't know if that really helps us much because we only have so many subscribers, but if y'all the homies, you the homies. So please do that so we can just continue to grow. You can, like I said, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, My Free Cams, and everywhere else you can probably do disgusting acts at. Pat, you got anything else?
I mean, there's a ton that they released about the game, but we'll talk about that later.
You can talk about it on your stream as you stream The Last of Us 2 on Twitch. Make sure you guys are checking. Excuse me?
Actually, it's streaming on YouTube, not Twitch.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, everything, every single thing from part 1 to part 7 now is on the Digital Diving YouTube channel. So if you want to check out my playthrough of The Last of Us, not great, but it's awesome. So go check it out.
I mean, if you just guys want to just see the story without much talking, that's where you're going to go.
Essentially.
So please, again, guys, make sure you're staying safe, stay excellent, and we'll catch you next time on Digital Diving.